Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. We're going to take a little break from YSL to cast a 2v2 game. We have team colors on because, well, it's one of every race, so just to prevent you guys from being confused, teams are going to be the same color. Anyway, this is from the ITL, which was played on March. ITL stands for the International Team League, and you can find details on war3tv.com. Let's just pause this because I'm going to go for the introductions as well as showing around the map, maybe. So anyway, on the bottom left side we have the red team under the name of Team Fire Guys. It's going to be consisting of MXM's Foggy spawning in as the red Night Elf player playing his main race. His ally is going to be UA's, I think it was UA's, opponent Sonik. It's been a while since I casted Sonic's game with Sonic, so yeah. Spawning in as the red orc player, and he is going to be off racing as an orc instead of a night elf. His opponent, or their opponents, are going to be under the name of Team Wante. In the right side we have the first half of that name. We have WAN, White and Nerdy, spawning in as the green undead player. He is playing his main race, and his ally is going to be the second half of that name, Ente, the green human player, and he is going to be off racing away from his main undead. Map's on Goldshire. I believe I've casted a game on this, but just for sakes, I am going to just show around the map. Let's start this game. By the way, Team Germany, which is Wante, versus Team Ukraine, which is the Fire Guys. Just saying, because that is interesting. So anyway, lots of green creep cans in the middle of the circle over here. A couple of wizards, a couple of acolytes, murlocs, you know, the whole bunch that you don't like to fight. Anyway, in the middle we have the tavern like usual, and yeah, nothing of significance right there. Goblin Laboratory on the top left, as well as a Goblin Merchant in the bottom right. Many I guess gold mines over here, but it is really asymmetrical. I have no idea who designed this map, but it is really weird. Also, Golem Merchant over here to try and compensate for this red creep camp in the bottom right, because there is no red creep camp in the top left. So anyway, back to this game. Orc Night Elf versus Human Undead. Weird alliance, I know. It usually is Human Night Elf versus Orc Undead, but you know, what can you it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So yeah. Hero choices are going to be interesting in 2v2s because, you know, some people like to go standard and other people like to go for a really wombo combo-ish kind of strat. So let's see. Archmage first coming in from Ente. A little bit of a late Altar of Darkness coming in from WAN, but something to note, he did go Graveyard before the Altar of Darkness, so that is an incredibly early Crypt Fiend coming out from WAN soon. Anyway, we are gonna go for the Death Knight first for WAN, so it looks pretty standard from my point of view. Anyway, looking at Team Fire Guys, we have the Farseer coming out for Sonik, and Foggy is gonna go for the Keeper of the Grove. Ancient of War, Hunter Soul, this is gonna be a really early Hunter aggression coming in from Foggy. Sonik looks to be going for, I guess, utilizing the early Spirit Wolves from the Farseer, just because, I mean, added damage, added units just amplifies, I guess, the effectiveness of the Entangled, which will come out from the Keeper of the Grove. So anyway, Death Knight is coming out very soon. WAN is pulling this creep camp to try and, I guess, prepare for the Death Knight, but we are going to have the Entangle coming in from Foggy, and Sonik is going to try and finish off this Crypt Fiend. Will we have the Death Core coming in from the Death Knight? It does not look like it, and the Crypt Fiend will be killed off. Oh, second Crypt Fiend comes out as well, but the Death Knight is going to be the main target for the Team Fire Guys. Death Coil on the Farseer is going to deal an incredible amount of damage and probably force a TP scroll coming in, and Sonik is going to try and retreat out. Foggy also in a bit of trouble right here, but it looks like he will be able to run away with his base movement speed. Detonation right there to try and take down both the mana as well as the current skeleton. But anyway, that attack generally had 2 pluses, I think. Let's just go over it right now. Number 1, taking out that first Crypt Fiend's pretty good because Crit Fiends aren't cheap. And number two, it keeps this Death Knight very, very low, and undead players don't usually have the most reliable way of regenerating health, and yeah, that's not good, because sitting on Blight is the only way, unless tier 2 very early on and purchase that health potion from the Tomb of Relics. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Unless you can purchase Regenerative Scroll from your ally, that's the only way, I guess. Level 2 on the Archmage, so that's fairly early. Archmage being the first one to level up compared to the other two, which is 1-1. And we're going to have the Huntresses start piling up for Foggy. Meanwhile, Sonik looks to be rather aggressive against that Archmage, but the Death Knight is still sitting around with 50 health. Needs to be a little careful. He is benefiting off of that Brilliance Aura, but it looks like Sonic's going to pick off another kill right there. So very close coming into level 2, and yeah, Chain Lightning would be very beneficial for this team. But yep, Halls of the Dead has been started for both of the Wante players, and fairly early on for Ente actually. So it does look like that Team Wante is going to go for a pretty standard play from both, because Mass Crit Fiends, Mass Footmen into very early tier 2 from both players, and very nice Entangle Surround on the Archmage, forcing him to TP, and oh, it looks like Sonic's going really, really deep, and the Keeper of the Grove actually being surrounded himself. Very nicely done, but the Archmage is also being chased down by the Spirit Wolves as well. Looks like the Farseer will be able to pick it off, and we are going to have the Death Knight. He is being chased by the Huntresses, and looks like the Huntress will be able to surround and eventually kill off this Death Knight. There we go, and rip Farseer. Rest in peace, Farseer. He is being surrounded by the peasants. Just heroes dying one after another, able to spawn a couple of Spirit Wolves right there and hopefully get off a couple of kills, but it looks like the Wolves will be dying very, very quickly, and Huntresses dying by WaN, the Crit Fiends. Not good. We are going to have a lot of chaos ensuing actually. Who would have thought? Ooh, okay, so double ghouls are actually move command on this singular ghoul, so they're not exactly harvesting lumber. Let's see how long that lasts. Death Knight, Archmage, most likely the Farseer and Keeper of the Grove will be revived very soon. Keeper of the Grove did fall, I believe, fairly early on, so he's able to be completed right now. Death Knight is being revived, but what's more important is that second hero coming in from tier 2. The Lich edition would be very, very nice because of the Nova Coil strategy, and yeah, maybe we could have a Blood Mage coming out for Ente. We could have a Mountain King to sit up and be more wombo combo-ish. Who knows? But as of now, double Bestiaries for Sonik, and he is going to get double Wyvern, which could be rather questionable because WaN is going Mass Crit Fiends, and I mean, if Wyverns are going to be the only air units, then the auto web will be very effective. Mountain King coming out as the second hero for Ente, so that is going to be more wombo combo. Just a combination of strategies: Stormbolt to initiate, and then the Nova Coil to hopefully just kill. It looks like the Keeper of the Grove will be escaping with the TP Scroll, and Archmage should be able to escape by running away. So far, Sonik not exactly helping his ally, and well, I guess he's just trying to level up his Farseer as much as possible, because level 3 Farseer, let's see where he I guess decides to go into, because it's either going to be Spirit Wolves or Shadow Wolves, or it's going to be level 3 Chain Lightning. Tree of Life coming in from Foggy, so he will be able to take advantage of this expand, mainly because he is tier 1 still. I believe he's the only tier 1 in this game, and yep, he will be able to take advantage of that if he's able to get a second base. Lots of Huntresses out in the field. 44, 38 versus 36, 43, and I guess advantage goes to Team Fire guys for the army size. But in terms of tick, I'm pretty sure Wante is completely winning this one. But who knows. This gold mine has been cleared out. It's so hard to keep track of everything. So items, gotta think of items. Lich, nothing. DK, lots of consumables right here. Dust, lightning shield, mana pots, Rodden Fancy. Archmage, nothing. Mountain King, nothing. Keeper of the Grove, nothing. And Farseer, a lot of consumables. Illusion, salves, and the speed scroll. No TP scrolls whatsoever from either or any of the heroes. So keep in mind of that. For a game that heroes have died so many times, that might be substantial. Okay, Keeper of the Grove. Now level 2, he does have the Thorns aura. Let's see how this will go. It looks like WAN is going to go for an early red creep camp, or he's just going to go for that gold merchant. Who knows? Wyvern over here. Not necessarily important, but it is actually not running with, or flying with those other wyverns. Apparently WAN has no web research just yet. I don't think WAN is actually anticipating this halfway to Black Citadel, however, so that's something worth noting as well. It looks like Sonik is actually not going to accompany Foggy right now, but Foggy has a lot of Huntresses. WAN, oh no, that's not WAN. Ente is going to take a lot of damage coming in from these dire wolves as well as these wyverns. Ogre Lord being aggroed on this green army, but the green army will be able to clean up very nicely over there. Level 1 chain lightning, able to deal quite a bit of damage to those grip fiends, but either way I'm pretty sure red team should maybe go after these bases instead of trying to fight this conjoint of an army right here. Either way, lagging coming in from Foggy, so we'll be able to restart this. Fortress Tick has been completed for Sonik, so very interesting that he would go that far in, especially since his ally just started tier 2, well, nearly completed tier 2. It looks like the red army has disengaged except for the heroes. They are going to go and probably rush down Ante's base because, well, there is no peasants left. Look at all those corpses down there. Those wyverns are making quick work out of this dead city. Let's see how well White Nerdy can actually set this up, since his opponent, since his ally is literally just dead. Although I guess WAN could like donate some resources in, but to be fairly honest, like no peasants is going to take a long while to try and recuperate from this. Anyway, Crypt Fiend's able to hopefully pick off a couple of these Huntresses. One has been picked off. We did have a Frost Nova being invested right there. Death Coil being invested as well. Won't be able to pick off that Huntress, unfortunately. Voodoo Lounge is being destroyed by Ente, and Ente looks to go for some revenge. Oh, Reveal's coming down and will be able to be killed off. It looks like the Crystal Ball was the rare item picked up from that Ogre Lord camp. Probably not the best item, but seeing as this is a 2v2 and maybe vision is more paramount, maybe it's a good item, who knows. Either way, wyverns once again harassing Ante's base, just preventing him from gathering gold, because as soon as these peasants come out of these town halls, they are being focused down, and web has been completed. They will be able to make quick work out of these wyverns. As you can see right there, Dark Ranger also being picked up as the third hero for the Team Wante Undead player. Okay, here we go with the big fight. Entangle's going on this Mountain King, but the Keeper of the Grove is being focused down by the Nova Coil combo. Mountain King is going to be focused now, but there we go with... Oh, actually, I have no idea what happened, but Mountain King looks to be taken down, but he will escape with 5 HP. Silence is going down on the Turin Chieftain, but he will be able to provide some wall stomps. He does have the invulnerability potion. Why is he not using that Beast Scroll? There it is. Beast Scroll has been used, and those wyverns will be able to take advantage of this, but we do hear the spell steals coming in from the Spellbreaker. Another good wall stomp on most of those Griffins, as well as the Dark Ranger as well. However, the Lich is still alive. He is still doing a lot of damage. Mountain King has finally been taken down. Silence once again on the Turin Chieftain. It's not necessarily that important now since he is out of mana, but oh well, who cares. Invulnerability potion has been used. Lots of illusions actually for both players. Triple Archmages, double Turin Chieftains, triple Turin Chieftains actually, but either way, lots of wyverns being taken down. and that's not very good, but it does look like that Team Fire Guys is winning this fight, or at least on the left. Meanwhile, WAN is winning on the right. Here we go with the left, converging with the right. Let's see how well this will turn out. We also see the bottom being picked up as well, so True Shot Aura is going to be very, very valuable for this team, especially since there is no aura items available anymore since the Overlord was taken down. And yeah. Ooh, Farseer taking a big beating right there, and the Farseer will be able to be taken down with I believe the Lich. Anyway, Ente is going to be TPing out with his Archmage, saving him to his dear life. And it looks like WAN is going to be the only one to be fighting against this double front. I believe he'll be able to make this happen though, because he is very, very strong. Direwolves will be taken out most likely. Sonik losing his squishies right now. Wind Riders just not pulling this as much as I would have thought. Tauren Chieftain is going to try and assassinate this Archmage. However, he is out of mana, and I don't really see him killing this guy off, but this might actually be possible. Who knows? Level up has been achieved on this Archmage, but it does look like he will be able to outrun this Tauren Chieftain. Never mind, we do have another Wyvern coming in, but it does look like WAN will be able to save this Archmage. Sonik, maybe he should invest in some sort of different comp, because I don't think Wyverns are working out, especially since those Griffins have finally got themselves webs. Tauren Chieftain has been taken down, so will require a revival right there. To be fairly honest, I honestly thought that Team Fire Guys was going to win, but this is not working out. Ente is on his way to recuperation. I don't know. Lots of Huntresses. Seriously, I don't really comprehend why these guys just don't go super late game units, because 2v2s are definitely going to last very long. But I mean, Sonic's not really going super late game because he's only going Wyverns. I would have thought maybe all in on Raiders, maybe all in on Turrens, because Turrens, we have not seen them forever, and I would love to see them. Anyway, in terms of WAN, Mass Crypt Fiends, I would say Mass Crypt Fiends are never obsolete, which is rather unfortunate because it generally means that we won't see the Frostworms at all because of how cost effective Crypt Fiends are. Anyway, WAN wants to expand over here. He did haunt the gold mine. Foggy, why is... Okay, it's the Ancient of War. I thought this was a Tree of Life, which was very, very questionable, but he's just being cheeky right now, hopefully trying to eliminate the space before WAN notices, but WAN has noticed, and Foggy will cancel that immediately.
A player's forces are under attack.
We are going to have Ente spotting out Foggy's main base, or at least another expand coming in, so he's probably going to cancel that one as well. Tauren Chieftain nearly revived right now. Direwolves are making something work inside Ante's base. Maybe the priest should actually cast a spell, but they are only initiates. They don't exactly have the adept training, so they will not be able to dispel. Who would have thought? Still going in for the Wind Riders, and we actually have Shamans? Shamans, really? Master trained Shamans as well. Very, very huge amounts of weird coming in, but either way, still going Huntresses. Lots of weird comps coming in from Team Fire Guys. Wante, Ente really receiving the short end of the stick right here for the entire game. I don't know, but maybe the Wind Riders could potentially be the saving grace for Team Fire Guys. I don't know. It's just that Wind Riders could get easily sniped out when they get webbed. So let's just see how well this will turn out. WAN is kind of struggling in terms of economy, but he does have that second base, remember. He's going to try and deny Foggy this expand. We'll be able to take it down with ease, just because of how good destroyers and Crypt Fiends are. 1-0 in terms of upgrades, 2-1 for the Huntresses on Foggy's side. We are at 0-0 for Sonics, and Ente has, well, he has Spellcasters. He has 0-0, okay. Level 5 on the Death Knight, level 4 on the Lich. We have level 4 on the Archmage and level 2 on the Mountain King. Level 3, level 2, Keeper of the Grove, Priest of the Moon. For the Orcs, what does Sonic have? Where is Sonic's heroes actually? Where on earth are those heroes? I can't find them. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're in a Zeppelin. Level 4 Farseer, level 4 Turn Chieftain. So, Chainwave. They're just going for drops. Oh wow, what? The Zeppelin has been taken down, and that is going to be probably a dead Turn Chieftain? No, it's not. Turn Chieftain able to escape. Very, very close right there. I guess it was smart to have that TP scroll on the Farseer, because the Farseer would have been taken down. And the Turn Chieftain is a lot beefier, so yeah. Good decision making, I think. Maybe it was luck, who knows, but right now the Wind Riders are a little bit trapped. They will be able to escape through the trees, however, so that's still good. WAN playing a little tricky right here, borrowing those Crypt Fiends just in case those Wyverns go for a second run. A couple of skeletons being left behind by WAN, and yeah. I was gonna make a joke that he was leaving his own creep cans behind, but they expired. So right now, WAN is looking to be the savior, the carry, perhaps in this game for Team Wante, but Foggy and Sonic looks to be the more dominant pair because both of them are strong, and Ente, well, Ente just took a lot. Thankfully I am not the only one that shares the same opinion in terms of the Wyverns, because Wyverns really just so squishy. Plus I think they cost like 3 or 4 supply. Alright, let's see how this will turn out. Lots of Bloodlust coming out. Scroll of Protection as well being utilized. But wow, look at all that mana being consumed by those destroyers. Speed Scroll will also be used as well. Wyverns making quick work out of these destroyers right now, and maybe these Wyverns are making it work because they are just demolishing. All the destroyer counts have been taken down. Turn Chieftain has been killed off. I have no idea where that happened, but either way, looks like both of the red teams are actually pulling off and trying to go after WAN. Entangle on the Lich is going to be very crucial. Death Coil able to keep him alive as much as possible. TP Scroll as well being utilized to try and give him that invulnerability. TPing back to his main base, I believe. Yes, he is, and does look like Team Fire guys make up with the better advantage. We also have, who was that? I believe that's Foggy picking up his Dark Ranger as well. So, triple heroes for Foggy. I'm pretty sure we're still at double heroes for Sonic, but either way, Bloodlust on everything, including those Wyverns. Another Speed Scroll coming in, and they're able to just provide a lot of damage. Look at those Wind Riders. They do deal a lot of damage in terms of piercing, but to be fair, they're too damn squishy for what they give, in my honest opinion. Compared to these Crypt Fiends, they're way less effective. But Sonic is making it work, and he is making me eat my own words. Keeper of the Grove able to live on with 30 health. TP staff out of there. Looks like the Potom is also under same pressure as well. The Reveal has been able to give that Priest of the Moon her death. Dark Ranger also being taken down as well. So WAN and Ente is quickly breaking down this army. Who knows? Wante looks to just completely annihilate this team. And we do see the Nova Coil just making it work, I think, because those Shadow Wolves are coming out right now and they're looking to try and assassinate against those 2 undead heroes. Still, Foggy still has a lot of Huntresses left. He still has Sonik has a lot of Wyverns as well as Shamans left. And of course he still has his elusive Farseer, I believe. Where is that Farseer? He is truly elusive. Oh, never mind, Farseer has been taken down. Crap. And it looks like the Farseer is the Keeper of the Grove is going to follow. Very nice from the Mountain King to be able to provide those minor stuns. And it does look like Team Wante is able to breathe on for a little good while. Army supply of almost 90 has been dropped to 52. 52 versus 60 and 23. So still army supply is favoring Team Fire guys, but Wante is looking to try and come back, I think. Health question has been quaffed by the Death Knight, but it looks like he will be meeting his end very soon. Oh no, level up on his level 6. Turret Chieftain has been taken out level 4. Sonic playing really sloppy, I think. But there we go with the Death Pact actually being trained up as the ability for level 6. Sonic's crying on a stream. I would very much like to see that actually. But either way, well, because it's funny. It's not... I have nothing against Sonic, actually. I mean, a lot of people have bone to pick with Sonic, but I don't. Just like to see the reaction on players' faces. Level 6 Death Knight, he's chosen to go against training up Raise Dead. I guess that's just how WAN wants to play. Death Pact was most likely the saving ability for him though. Mountain King able to reveal that the Tree of Life once again being placed down on top left. The Tree of Life on the bottom right is going to be taken down by WAN. Ente is going to deal with the top left one. Sonic, no more gold mine. Foggy, no more gold mine. Ente, well, he's the only one with the gold mine in the main base, I think. No, actually, WN. Oh, never mind. WN's gets expired right now. Antes looks like the only one to have the gold mine in his main base, mainly because he was severely bullied early on. I believe he'll be able to claim the top left one, though, so that's maybe a plus for him. Lots of auras for Team Fireside. Fire guys. We have the Endurance aura, we have the True Shot aura, we have the Thorns aura. And let's see how well they will translate into this combat effectiveness. Goblin Zeppelin is picking up most of those Ente units, but it does look like Ente will be able to escape nevertheless. Potential drops coming in, but who knows. Abominations being added to WAN's army composition. Is anyone red so far? No, actually. Both players have reduced their army supply, and that is really interesting. Ente dropping over here. Unfortunately, those Wyverns will not be able to pick them off. Let's see how well this will turn out. Looks like WN is going to be flanked by both sides. I mean, he's going to get cornered, but I'm not sure if Team Fire guys would like to corner this particular army. Let's see though. There is no Goblin Laboratory over here, so it's impossible to hire up a Zeppelin, but WAN able to get himself that level 5 on his Dark Ranger. And the Tree of Life lives. I didn't actually see that Death Knight channeling the TP scroll, but maybe, thank God, because that Crypt Fiend looked to stay and kill, but it was killed off himself. Tree of Life is regenerating very slowly. I actually did not realize Tree of Lives or Night Elf buildings regenerate in the night. Well, there we go, he did eat those trees and he's regenerating way faster. Big units coming in from Team Fire guys. The Shamans, really interesting choice because they are masterly trained and therefore the Bloodlust is available, and Bloodlust really amplifies well with combination of the Endurance aura. I'm not sure if Bloodlust actually increases damage. Gotta look at that actually. Let's select Turn Chieftain. No, damage is not increased, it's just movement speed as well as attack speed, which is literally just the Endurance aura. So yeah, who has the longevity here? I honestly think Fire Guys have the longevity, because once again Foggy is expanding in the top left, and he's trying to rebuild in the bottom right. But who has the superior army? I'm pretty sure it's Team Wante, because WAN is just an unstoppable beast. Ente is just, he's been recuperating, trying to come back from this game for the entirety of this game, and he's sitting at 41 supply, so I guess that's kind of matching up against Foggy's 48, so yeah. Peons being brought over for Sonik killing off that acolyte. And the chat is actually proving a good point. Spellbreakers would be very effective against those shamans because of the spell steal, but very, very good. Frost Nova on top of all those wyverns as well. Throne Chieftain, he needs to get in a good place for a good War Stomp. Let's see how this will be. Level 5 has been gained, so it might be level 3 War Stomp, who knows. But there, come on, War Stomp, he is silenced, so he can't actually stomp just yet. He is going to get bursted down very, very quickly. Nova is going to be able to finish off that Throne Chieftain. We are going to have level 3 Chain Lightning doing a lot of work as well, but it looks like Team Wante looking to just one by one break down the entirety of Team Fire Guys. And for a team that's had the second half crippled for the entirety of the game, it does look like Wante is gonna win. Dark Ranger taking down one of many heroes that was taken down in that fight. Farseer does have the Cloak of Shadows. Not sure if any of the green players were able to keep track of the heroes being killed off, but the Farseer is able to live and maybe go for a run. Guess not. It looks like the green players are going to go and take down this base in the top left. Oh, looks like Farseer is able to run away. Ooh, Death and Decay. I believe that's what it's called. I always forget that name, but Death and Decay being used on these buildings. Very good build, very good ultimate spell to try and siege bases because of that percentage health damage, and buildings do have a lot of health, and I think it's as effective as Earthquake. Who knows? So anyway, it does look like this game's gonna last for a little longer. Throne Chieftain is trying to be revived. Level 6 on the Farseer. We're still having wyverns from Sonik. Very, very questionable, I think, because even the chat says so. Sonik, maybe not the smartest of compositions, because yeah, you just saw how quickly those guys got taken down by simple Frost Novas. And Throne Chieftain, he is going to be denied on War Stomping once again on the silence. Will not be able to go for the War Stomp. Even if he War Stomps, there's like literally no follow-up, so there's not generally any point. Throne Chieftain once again being taken down. Farseer still at level 6. Will he be able to get out his Shadow Wolves? Who knows? I think they'll be immediately dispelled. But it does look like Team Wante is going to win this. Militia being moved to the top left. And GG from Foggy. GG from WAN. Does look like Team Wante is going to win this game, and this is going to be the 2v2 that I have casted. So anyway, very long game. I'm not gonna cast ITL. That's more on my plate than ever. But anyway, going back to YSL soon. I'll see you guys again. Hope you guys enjoyed this 2v2. It's been pretty chaotic.